Coming up, a fifth victim has died after a mass shooting at a bank in downtown Louisville.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. 5 people were killed and at least 8 others, including 2 police officers, were hurt when an employee of a Louisville bank opened fire inside. Police say the gunman was also killed. CBS's Roxana Saberi is in Louisville to begin our coverage.
Prayer vigils were held Monday evening in Louisville after another devastating mass shooting.
We heard a click, and the lady next to me turned around and said, "What the hell?" And then he just started shooting.
333 Main, Old National Bank. Another caller advising possibly 8 to 9 people have been shot.
A routine morning at Old National Bank in the city's downtown turned into terror when a man started firing a rifle in a conference room.
We have a break room, and I got in there and shut the door for a second. And then I was looking around, I opened the door to see where he was at, and I could see him still shooting. I didn't see his face. And then I took off running out the front door.
Police identified the suspect as 25-year-old bank employee Connor Sturgeon, who they say live-streamed the attack.
Let's be clear about what this was. This was an evil act of targeted violence.
Police say the suspect was found dead after a shootout with officers. 26-year-old Nicholas Wilt, a rookie with the department who just graduated from the police academy 10 days ago, was shot in the head and is in critical condition. 63-year-old bank executive Tommy Elliott was among those killed. He was a close friend of Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear.
Today, I'm hurt, and I'm hurting. And I know so many people out there are as well.
Late Monday afternoon, SWAT teams and investigators descended on the neighborhood where the suspect lived, searching his home to try to determine his motive. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, Louisville, Kentucky.
President Biden called the shooting senseless and urged Congress to take action on gun reform. When it comes to gun laws, Kentucky has what some would call lenient ones. In 2019, Governor Matt Bevin passed a law making Kentucky a permit-less carry state, meaning concealed carry is legal for anyone at least 21 years old. During this past legislative session, the Republican-led General Assembly passed House Bill 153, which makes Kentucky a Second Amendment sanctuary state. That means Kentucky law enforcement officers cannot enforce any federal ban or regulation on firearms enacted after January 2021. Kentucky also does not have a red flag law. Governor Beshear has ordered that flags at state buildings be lowered to half-staff to honor today's victims. Several Kentucky lawmakers are also offering their condolences, including Senate President Robert Stivers, who commended law enforcement who ended, quote, an obviously deranged individual's shooting spree. The Floyd County law enforcement community is still recovering from a deadly ambush in Allen last summer. 3 police officers and a K-9 were killed and several others were injured. 6 vehicles were destroyed as well. Floyd County Sheriff John Hunt says they are slowly moving forward.
We have our dogs, our K-9 back in service. We have 2 of those now. Today you just don't recover that quickly. If you hire somebody, that takes a long time. Then to put them through the academy takes 6 months, 5 months. So it takes you a long time, even if you start immediately.
Hunt says they still use vehicles that the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department sent them after the Allen shooting. Hundreds of fallen law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty were honored in Washington. The National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund held a ceremony to begin the process of engraving the names of 556 fallen officers at the National Law Enforcement Officer Memorial. The nonprofit does the engravings each year and adds more names to the memorial. Chief Executive Officer of the memorial, Marcia Foranto, says the memorial is important to ensure that Americans remember law enforcement's fallen heroes.
The reason that this memorial is so important is twofold. One, to keep our nation aware that people are dying for them. Secondly, this space also allows our survivors to have a place where they can come, where they know that the memories of their loved ones, the sacrifice of their loved ones, will never be forgotten.
Once the engraving process is complete this year, nearly 24,000 names will be inscribed on the memorial. It will take about 2 weeks to inscribe those names.
Well, the weather was fantastic to kick off the work week, and that will continue for much of the week, but we are tracking some showers by Friday, also into the weekend, but not tonight, though. Very comfortable out there. Here's a look at those temperatures right now. Most of us in those middle to upper 50s, even some lower 60s still at this hour. 61 for Pikeville, 60 in Jackson, 52 for Somerset and Manchester, and 53 over in London at this hour. We're comfortable for now, but temperatures are going to fall pretty quickly as we go overnight tonight into the upper 30s and lower 40s as you wake up on Tuesday. The good news, we are dry on radar, and that will continue as we go into tonight and also as we go into your Tuesday. But we are watching out, though, for some showers by Friday, also into next weekend, and then a cool down by next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. The UK Center for Excellence in Rural Health announced 3 new programs that focus on community health worker training, simulation labs, and assistive technology. One of the 3 programs, the Appalachian Center for Assistive Technology, offers opportunities for students to refurbish and create new assistive technology, even offering a chance for local high school students to learn these skills.
We are now able to build, create, experiment with ways that we can adapt different equipment. And that's also part of our larger project where we are working with the high school students here. So we work with students from Perry Central as well as Hazard Independent on adapting the community.
Some of these new programs, like the Kentucky Home Place Community Health Worker Training Center, also offers dual credit opportunities for high school students, allowing them to earn high school and college credit at the same time. A camp that teaches children how to deal with anxiety and trauma from natural disasters is coming to Floyd County this summer. Director of Special Projects for Floyd County, Missy Allen, says the community needs this to move forward. She adds there is still a lot more that needs to be done with flood relief efforts, and that helping children is one of the needed next steps.
We're not only looking at, okay, what do we need to do? What unmet needs can we identify that we can help our people? Well, it's more than maybe needing a microwave or maybe even needing construction materials. We want to help with all those things.
The ARH Foundation is sponsoring Camp NOAA. For more information, including how to volunteer for the camp, you can contact your local long-term recovery care office. Eastern Kentucky University is working to address the ongoing teacher shortage. In doing so, they are offering a new online degree in elementary education starting in August. In the last 10 years, faculty say they've been working hard on the program. They say now is a great time for it to get started. Dr. Nicola Mason with the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Educational Leadership at EKU says for more than 100 years, EKU has produced teachers for the region.
Everybody knows there's a teacher shortage, and EKU is committed to addressing this in a variety of different ways.
Dr. Mason says the 3.5-year online degree in education serves as a convenient option for students who work and makes the program accessible to people outside of Kentucky. She says an online student's experience will be just as personal. Mason says they also have plans to expand the program in the future to include online degrees in middle and high school education. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a TikTok trend police say is leading to an uptick in car thefts.
Plus, we stay dry tonight, but we are tracking rain chances by Friday and the weekend. All those details coming up next.